everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make a very popular North Indian dish called butter chicken. Now for the ingredients I'll need tandoori chicken. Right? Now this dish was invented so that the tandoori chickens don't go dry or don't go bad. Right? The gravy, the makhni gravy was invented just after India's independence. Now after the partition, a lot of people came from Pakistan to India and vice versa. Now one of them, actually two of them were Kundal Lal Jaggis, senior and junior. Now the senior one, the Kundal Lal Jaggi senior, both of them actually they started a restaurant in Daryaganj, Old Delhi, and named it Moti Mahal. Now the senior Kundal Lal Jaggi, he looked after the administrative part and the counter, and the junior Kundal Lal Jaggi, the younger one, he looked after the kitchen. Now tandoor was an old concept. The Mughals brought the tandoor, so the tandoori chicken was already there. But in the summers, the tandoori chickens started going bad. So to stop that, he invented a gravy made with tomatoes and named it makhni gravy. It was made with a lot of butter, so hence the name, right? So in today's world, around 70 years after the independence, you will see the makhni gravy has become very velvety like, right? It's most common in the restaurants, but back in the day, there were no mixer grinders, at least not available to the common folk, right? So the original makhni gravy, it was made with chunks. Today I'll be making it with tomato puree, but the original recipe used chunks of tomato. And also today you'll see there will be a lot of cream added to the recipe, but cream was not available back then. So milk was added, but not cream. And the malai part was also added, but not the cream that you see today. And the third change is today we add a lot of complex ingredients, a lot of rare spices to the gravy. But back in the day, it was a time of a lot of struggle. So the spices were not available back then. So it was made with lot simple spices, the ones which you get in your home. So to start with the recipe, I'll just keep this aside and tell you about the gravy ingredients, right? Now to make the gravy, I'll need tomato puree, right? I've taken the puree of 4 large tomatoes. I'll need a lot of butter, a lot of milk, around 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, some ground spices, namely red chili powder, little bit of garam masala, some salt, and obviously no good makhni gravy goes without kasuri methi, toasted kasuri methi. And then I'll prepare the spice mix. Now for the spice mix, I'll need around 15 to 20 cloves, right? A few sticks of cinnamon. You can use both the types. Any cinnamon stick goes really well. Then I'll need around 1.5 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 12 to 15 green cardamom, 1 black cardamom, around 5 to 6 dried red chilies, 2 to 3 bay leaves, and around 15 to 20 whole cashews. Now the whole cashews, you can either powder them or you can soak them in water and then make a paste and then add it. Everything works just fine. So I'll just powder them in for this recipe, right? Powder all these spices. Now to start the recipe, I'll turn on the gas. And place a pot over it. Into this, I'll add little bit of oil and a lot of butter. I am taking around 100 grams of butter. Just let it melt and then I'll add the tomato puree. now the oil and butter is hot, to this I'll add the tomato puree. One more change that has been seen over the ages is that people have started adding onion into their makhni gravies. Now makhni is a tomato based gravy, so if you want you can add it, but a traditional recipe is made with just tomatoes. Now I'll just let the tomato cook for a while, and during that time I'll basically grind the masala. Now the tomatoes have been cooking for a while now, so I'll just add the ginger garlic paste, and just a little bit of red chili powder and garam masala. Now I will cover it with a lid and let the tomatoes dry out. Now drying the tomatoes out will take out any of that sour flavor of the tomato that was left inside. And also, as you can see, I have grinded all the masalas. Now it's been a while and the tomatoes have dried out. So I'll just keep this aside, and now I'll mix the masala with the milk. So for that I'll take a bowl, I'll add the milk to it, and to this I'll add the spice mix. I just mix everything together. And add this mixture to the gravy. Now you will see a lot of people add little bit of orange color to their gravy to highlight the color, to make the gravy look bright and orange in color. So that is again unethical, because why ruin the natural color, right? And then some people like their gravy a little bit of sweet, like a little bit of sweetness into the gravy, right? So you can do that. For that you can add just a little bit of honey, right? Now to this gravy I'll add salt, and cook it for another 5 minutes with the lid closed. Now the gravy, it's almost ready. So I'll add the magic ingredient, the kasuri methi, right? And to this I'll add the tandoori chicken. Now I'll let it simmer for around 2 to 3 minutes and then it will be ready to serve. And while serving, yes, I'll add just a little bit of cream for garnish.